Hey guys, this is Decency bringing another commentary. This is a scrimmage that happened, I believe, in one of the recent tournaments. Went uncasted from what I heard, so saw a post about it on the forums and figured I'd take a look. I'm going to skip through it at a reasonably fast pace, because bans takes a while. glNO, I assume good luck no. Unknown team. Reason Gaming, very well known, they're obviously the favorites here. And why this match was interesting was that both teams picked semi-pushing lineups, which usually is one against the other and the other team tries to pick up some sort of counter-pushing. But this game was a lot of pushing heroes. You could see actually counter-pushers being banned, like Nymphora and Dishon, and Kraken of course. Plague Rider, Common Band, Wild Soul, Valkyrie, and it's been a round-up fix. So, interested to see how this goes. They take quite some time with this, which makes me think they're thinking really hard about it. A couple of 1900 players on this team, a couple of 1800 players and a 1700. So, not low by any means, but definitely not Reason Gaming level. Alright, first pick Polywog Priest, already heavy pushy. Good soul mid, also obviously an excellent pusher with his ultimate. And Ophelia Tempest, a double jungle, or perhaps the soul of the Tempest. Also good pushers, both with minions. And both AoE ultimates. Ophelia is actually a reasonably good counter pusher because of that ultimate and because she can pick minions. Golfcore Hellbringer. Okay, so more minions ultimates, Hellbringer ultimate. Of course, is a great pusher, great AoE stun. Golfcore's minions are very strong, and his self-heal ability is great too. So, obviously both teams were thinking the same thing. I think Reason Gaming just realized it now. Also, fixed up a couple of settings in this. My mic should be a lot clearer. Hopefully that won't be an issue. So you see Slither and Tundra coming out. Tundra, great map control, great AoE ultimate. He's actually a good counter pusher, as is Slither. Slither's AoE Poison Spray ultimate can essentially end a push instantly if she hits it well. Just force the entire team to back and heal. Tundra, also good AoE with his Piercing Shards, can melt a Group Wave, and his Avalanche is strong too in team fights. Alright, so you see Legion roundup picks with Midas and Rhapsody, two healers, which always good to have. Neither one, Midas not a great healer, and Rhapsody's heal, since nerfed, isn't great for creeps, but still good for heroes. And the last pick on Hellboy team, this is Sandrate, which I would not have expected given this pushing team. I think that might be a mistake. Midas, of course, can also nuke down creep waves from level 6 or 7 on with two of his spells, which is incredibly strong for pushing team, because you really want to be able to melt that wave. I've heard some people refer to it as flashing a creep wave, but that really lets your creeps accumulate. Alright, so I'll slow this down, and let's take a look and figure out what the lanes are going to be. Looks like they're going to put a Sandrate top as expected. I'm curious if they're going to double jungle, or if they're going to try to solo this Tempest, or lane him somewhere with someone. Because he does need levels to be effective. Those minions get quite a bit stronger of the elementals as he gains levels. See a Rhapsody top. Hellbringer bottom. Yep, Hellbringer Midas, very strong lane, obviously. Hellbringer with his Life Board, combined with the massive AoE burst of Midas. Very high damage potential. And this is, yes, both teams scouting with their couriers. I believe this is the Legions and this is the Hellboys, even though they're on opposite sides. Okay, so it's going to be a Sandrate still there with Ophelia in the jungle, so sort of a pseudo tri-lane. And yeah, it's going to be a Suicide Tempest in the long line. And then Tundra mid, as would be expected. I don't know why those stats are showing. Alright, so Tempest getting a ward up, then I'll help him defensively and also sees the rain spot. Hellborn here doesn't want this pull to be warded rather, so they're playing defense. Rhapsody does have a ward, we'll see if she actually tries to go for it. And Polywog Priest Tundra, We're using the standard matchup in mid. I'd say Tundra has a slight advantage, but not much of one, if any. Really depends on the players. Alrighty. The first engagement at the tower. Not ideal because the next wave will be pushed out a bit further, since this will melt itself against the tower. But still good. I'm interested to see how this lane plays out with the Ophelia, whether she ganks quite a bit or not. Okay, so Midas actually warding over their defense card. That's interesting. And Tempest could be in trouble here. Ooh, not quite. Does do a lot of damage, so they should have complete lane control after that burst. Okay, ganking. They're focusing on the Rhapsody. Might get her. She still has a healing potion to pop. She should do that now. Oh, she doesn't. She goes down. Okay, so first blood to Reason Gaming. Solid gank from Ophelia, landing that Catman slow in damage. And if we take a look middle, Polylog 7 and 3, Tundra. I hate the new models, lane and 1, so reasonably even in mid lane. And Polylog with a quick bottle on the way. And Tundra as well, both of them having their bottles by the 2-minute rune, which is very key, which spawns top. Tundra sees it with his bird, and looks like he's going to get there first. Yep. He's using Coral smartly to block all the increase, slow him if he goes for it. So he's going to hit a haste rune, see if he can do anything with that. Tempest brought along some mana potions, but not sure if he's going to be able to do anything with them. Especially if they go on him again. Looks like Midas is pulling. Didn't stack it beforehand. So, hopefully, oops. Hopefully this group wave ends up killing itself. It looks like he didn't get quite the entire wave, so it might work out for him. Now, Slither Sandwraith. It's an okay lane, but really going to rely on the Ophelia ganks to be able to win this lane, because Balfour Rhapsody, very strong pushing team. And if they even try to pull it all, I assume they're going to try to put some heavy damage onto this tower early. Tundra still going to use that haste. Not sure what he's saving it for, and it looks like Tempest is going to go down. Again, just tons of burst on this lane rather. And Hellburner should honestly be able to crush a Tempest solo. Ooh, they can also pick up. Nope. Tempest really has to be careful in this lane with his minions too. If they've played this properly, he can easily feed 300 gold to the other team. Hellburner already with a decent amount of gold. Let's check out gold for a minute. He's leading the way for his Legion team. Ophelia, surprisingly. She must have picked up that bloodlust. Yes, she did. Okay, Invisor in top. I'm wondering if they'll leave this for Tundra. Yes. Okay, could have also ganked with it, but she really relies on her minions, so wouldn't have done too much. Boots, let's see who's winning mid. Polylog 17-7. 120 and 2, so again, still pretty good. Doesn't look like he wants to do anything with this haste rune. And already some heavy damage on this tower. It's down at half. Take a look at these towers. Mid untouched. Top tower with a bit of damage. That one's dead. So nothing extreme here. Balfour really going out on this. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pick up this Slither. Slither does not have a poison spray for another 6 seconds. Balfour obviously very tanky already with nearly 800 life. Sandra is picking up his life too, that'll help him severely. And Tundra level 6, Polywog also level 6, so both have to be very careful here. I'm curious if Tundra will try to get the kill on Polywog, or whether he'll gank the side lane. Obviously, Tundra, when you're against a pusher like Polywog, you know if you leave to gank the side lane against the level 6 opponent, they'll probably take your tower. Same with Polywog, Defiler, here's that sort. So, I'm assuming if he can, he'll try to pick up the kill on the Polywog. Invis rune, he does pop it. Gets a bit of mana, but he's not going to be able to use full spells. Psychophia is also slipping in, maybe trying to gank. Nope. Okay, so he doesn't do much, just picks up the illusion rune bottom. Covering a level 6 also, and has opted to not get any life void. I don't agree with that at all. But we'll see how it goes. I can understand his reasoning against the solo Tempest. Really wanting 30% move slow is extreme, able to chase. But life void is such a strong skill, even just a single level to heal. Okay, and his slow is gonna seal the deal there. He gets up kill. Drops his ultimate, and they're gonna look to push this tower. They have quite a creep rate, so very well done. I assume actually he pulled this to kill a single stack, and that allowed the creep waves to kind of meet up. Normally you say you don't pull unless you have a double stack, but when you're trying to push, it makes sense because you want the wave to push itself. Yeah, and they might take a second tower here if there's no TPs coming. Tempest getting out there. He's only level 5 though. He's not going to be able to do too much. And we have action all over the place.
For queen and country.
Let's take a look top first, and then I'll jump to mid and see what happens there. This thing looks like Slither goes for poison before he gets interrupted by a Great Rhapsody stun. And he's going to be able to see out, no problem. I'll take a quick look mid here. I'm assuming Tundra with level 6 and full mana, yeah, he's just going to be able to knock this Polywog. Yep. Okay, so we're sitting at 2-2, 7 minutes in. Reasonably even game still, despite that tower taken. And we still have more tower offensive. Balfour, they can't kill him. And he's putting this tower, putting more damage on. Hopefully won't put it into that range. Okay, so he kept it out in that range, so that's perfect. That means with the next push they'll be able to do. Take it out quickly. I'm not sure if there's any way I can see if the tower protection is up. Yeah, I don't know about that. But I believe they do still have tower protection, so they may be able to TP defend this tower. Tempest level 6 with a TP ult could be huge. Tundra also level 6, level 8 with a TP. Rhapsody's going to steal that regen. That's annoying. And there you see the double stack being pulled. Obviously with the lane push way up here, Hellbringer's in kind of a vulnerable position trying to farm it. So this will give them some element of lane control. If you watch the group engagement right here, but after this next wave comes, this wave should eliminate itself really against this, especially the Wolf Commander. And the next one should meet about here. This wave will annihilate itself. Yeah, action happening middle, back up in the middle. Sorry about that. Polywog level 6 can now drop the boards on the tower. And they do take the tower. Looks like they're going to go out on Ophelia. Ophelia is level 6, going to be able to pop up. Oh, she doesn't have mana for ultimate. So that's going to cost her her life. So it does pick up some decent farm from those wards though. Okay, so Legion picks up a kill and a tower. Tempest didn't TP, actually surprises me. I'm not sure if he would have had an end ult if he used his spell recently, he wouldn't have. Let's take a look at gold per minutes. Balfour leading the way, he must have picked up that tower kill mid. 2 tower kills actually, and that kill on Ophelia. Oh no, Just one tower kill. That was left over from rewinding. This tower is still low though, he might pick up the second one shortly. Meanwhile, Midas has finished his Ring of Sorcery. Let's see what Hellbringer's going for. Looks like he's going for a Shaman's Headdress, probably a barrier idol. Makes sense against this sort of magic damage. Tempest obviously great magic damage, still the magic damage. Ophelia, I think they actually changed this nuke to be magic damage. It used to be it used to be true damage, now it's magic damage. And Tundra is obviously mixed, so really heavy magic damage on this team. Great pickup by Hellbringer, and I hope he turns it into a barrier idol. Midas going to be keeping top, and it looks like they're going to make a push for this tower. Slither already setting up a wall. But they're going to go on the sand right here if they can take him off. Oh, Hellbringer else to clear the trees, going to let Polly will grab him, and then we'll finish that. Good help by Hellbringer. His wards are doing quite a bit of damage though. And Tundra looking to jump in, maybe kill the Polywog. Hasn't altered yet. He does have it. The match already waiting for. Polywog gonna bottle up. Okay, there he goes. Oh, and Rhapsody, very nice. Very nice Rhapsody ultimate, preventing the damage on Polywog, saving him. And they're gonna get this tower no problem now with Malphus to tank it. We'll see if he gets denied. No, looks like they're not even gonna try. They do blow the protection though. I'm not sure why. And that's a crash. Herp. I guess I'll have to look into some video editing. Or maybe I'll just be lazy and put it back up as is. Thanks, S2. Alrighty, I didn't want to watch that anymore. Nope, you're not going to load. I'm sure there's a reason why it's not loading, I just don't know what it is. Oh, because of this K2 exception up. That could be it. One was tempted not to edit this out, simply because it shows how unpolished HoN can be at times. And there we go. Alright, so let me talk about the pushing metagame a bit. Hellborn picked up 2 junglers really early on, and that really limited the options of the Legion team if they wanted to push. Simply because most junglers tend to be good pushers, Ophelia and Tempest being the 2 prime examples, Wild Soul also a reasonably good pusher, and Warbeast as well as Legionnaire. So by picking up those 2 early junglers, they sort of forced the Legion into that 2-1-2 laning that they were doing. Which, while effective, isn't quite as good. Usually you want either a tri-lane or a 2-1-1 with a jungler, which is what the Hellborn team is doing. So by soloing Tempest, they allow themselves to have that slight advantage, although Tempest isn't obviously doing very well this game yet. So, let's jump ahead. Back to where I was, which Midas just TP'd when this team fight happened. And then that tower is killed. And it looks like Sandwraith jumped in, tried to deny that tower, didn't get it. Really don't like that play from him. He wasted his ultimate and didn't get the tower deny. You can't do that as a carry. Alright, so Hellborn takes tower mid. Meanwhile, Ophelia is pushing those creeps. And she may continue to push. Tempest does not have mana at ultimate now. He's going to have to back to well. Okay, it looks like Legion team's falling back anyway, so that's not going to be an issue. So if you putting those creeps back up with the charges, she may look to take this bottom tower. It's still at full though. We'll see if the Legion team has TPs. No, no, no. Yes, and yes. So they'll be able to have a couple TPs in, and these guys are just at the well now. Yeah, I assume Ophelia would just be farming. Not sure what items she's going for yet. Let's take a look at items completely. Sandwraith does finish his Helm of Black Legion. Tempest, I assume, is starting a portal key, or saving for a portal key rather. He may finish his Steam Boots, pick up a bottle, something of that sort. Slither, no idea. Could be anything yet, really. He may actually go Energizing. Very useful with Tempest and Ophelia minions. He could turn this into the Agility Band and then go Energizing. I'd really be interested to see that if that happens. Tundra finishes the Helm Back Legion. I assume we'll either go Portal Key or Puzzle Box next. Puzzle Box would really fit in with their pushing style. Hellbringer has finished his Shaman's Headdress and Steam Boots. That's going to make him quite tanky against his team. He still hasn't picked up a level 1 Life Void yet, which is really what's going to allow him to be tanky. I'm not sure why he doesn't want that. Really, the burst peel on the Life Void can be so strong. Polywog still has his ultimate, choosing not to drop it here because the Hellborn team isn't really notching defensive. They do take the counter tower, but that's only a tier 1 compared to the tier 2 tower here. And Legion's going to definitely keep going here. Polywog ultimate still up, Hellbringer ultimate still up. And Rhapsody as well. Okay, looks like they take a tower top too, but they're definitely going to have to back him. Yep, there's a TP by Sandra. And 2 TPs, so the fight's going to happen here. The wards are dropped, looks like they're going to be picked off quickly. Hellbringer ulti. Midas does quite a bit of damage, double stun. And Rhapsody's ulti is going to help his team, but Rhapsody's going to fall. Does die to the poison. They're just working on this tower though. Going to try to get it down no matter if they lose this fight. They do get the tower. Thunder ulti finishes off Polywog. And going to try to TP out. No, and a Tempest ult finished Alphagor. Don't mind that all too much. Would have liked to see him earlier in this fight. Oops. Alphagor, yes, is going to fall. And Midas, the last one left. Sandwraith may have him. Okay. Oh, he may hit him. Oh, he does get him. It's going to be a genocide, or essential genocide after he did fall. Yep, there it is. So with that, gold swinging slightly the way the Legion with this tower pick off, even though Hellborn did take 2 towers in exchange. The Legion team also took 2 towers, and they were higher tier, so that's more important. They also opened up the barracks, which is really important with the pushing team they have. They don't really have a late game carry like the Hellborn do, so if the Hellborn can drag this game out, they're really going to be in favor. Looks like Sandwraith may be going for a mock. He has saved 2,000 gold. So, Legion team, I assume, as soon as their ultimates are back up, looks about a minute and a half, they're going to try to take these set of barracks. Sandwraith may be in a bit of trouble here. Hovering a little slow. Sandwraith doesn't have ulti. And he's against the whole Legion team here. Whoa. Rhapsody with the stun, and Polywog does get the finish. Hunter is evolved into this, feeling reckless. He'll be able to pull around safely down here and then just walk out. He does use the invis. Looks like he's heading mid. And they're just going to keep pushing. They're not even going to wait for the Hellbringer ulti. Polywog ult is up, even though it's still level 1. It's only level 10. But they're going to push with the Sandwraith down, which I don't mind. I like that. Okay, so Tempest does take a tower. He's level 3 elemental still. I don't like that. Level 4 gets quite a bit standard. And Polywog ult is dropped. They're going to focus the melee racks. And Hellborn team isn't here yet. Thunder's still on his way up. There's the Sandwraith ulti from the well. And they're going to get their racks. Good ult by Thunder. Rhapsody ultimate. They really need to stun her out of that. They're not doing so. Yeah, that ultimate cut prevented a ton of damage. And Legion is going to take this fight. And they should be able to take advantage here. Rhapsody keeping out to avoid dying. Although she didn't have the poison spray on her, she was okay. Slowly just spamming the wards, that's all I can do. Hellbringer does get the slow up on him. He might fall, as Midas guess he's going to. So, lots of slow. I don't really like it, but it seems to be working pretty well for him. That's a playstyle he likes, more power to him. Okay, so now gold and experience, both in favor of the Legion. Gonna be a big deal. Usually when there's a heavy pushing team like this, they get ahead in the gold, but they sort of lose experience because they don't do quite as well, quite as efficiently in team fights. They lose more than they kill, but they do get towers. So you usually see a bit of a lopsided swing, but here they're taking the lead in both experience and gold because they did win this team fight. Wouldn't surprise me to see a quick Congar. Usually heroes that are good pushers, also good Congar killers. So we'll see if that plays a factor in the near future. And as soon as these guys all get level 11, their AoE ultimates are going to be quite strong. Hellbringer and Polylog are next, so the next push is going to be strong. Ophelia still 10, Slither still 8, that's going to be an issue. Although not unexpected as a support hero. I haven't seen him ward much, so who is warded? Looks like Ophelia's doing the warding. Ophelia has finished an Astrolib, also sitting on 2800, and may pick up the start of a Sheep. Could go Cell's Bulwark, many options. Let's look at Legion items. Astrolib on Rhapsody. There's a Cell's Bulwark offensive, very important for a pushing team. -5 armor on towers, enormous. And he's also getting Abyssal Skull, also important for a pushing team. Abyssal Skull and Plated Greaves both affect creeps. Even player control creeps like Belfgorm, Summons, Tempest, Onions, even Office, I assume. Midas getting Ring Sorcery. So yeah, this is really an all-out push. They're getting all the items they need. Ring Sorcery going to allow them to sustain their push, as well as Astrolib. Polylog looks like he's going for Staff from Master. Almost has it, actually. And they're going to be taking this tower here. Legion looks like they're trying to split up and farm, get as much farm as they can before they have to defend the racks. Hopefully Sanctuaries can hit level 11 shortly, so he can just ult in without having to level lower. Tempest does have a 2p, needs to heal up. Yes, there he is. Sandwraith does hit level 11, that's good. That'll help him. And this tower's already half dead there. There's the Sandwraith ultimate, and a Hellbringer ultimate. Looking for Tempest 1 puzzle boxes isn't going to be able to jump in, and that tower falls. Hellborn looking really uncoordinated here, aren't really defending. Rhapsody ultimate, again going to prevent quite a bit of damage. Under his DD rune, there's a Tempest ult, but his team's already gone. There's not much left to do. It looks like another Rex is going to fall here. Sandwraith's still at full health, but they're just ignoring him and hitting the Rex because he has no damage yet. They do pick off Ophelia. She can die back. I assume it's only 20 minutes in. Looks like she picked up a Shaman's Headdress, but they do get the set of racks, and they can just fall back. There's no reason for them to be here anymore. So, great coordinated pushing by the Legion team. glNO. And they're just going to fall back and keep farming. Really, the Hellborn team is relying on the Sandwraith getting strong enough to be able to put out some damage in that team fights. As you saw there, he got his ultimate off. Stayed alive most of the time, was still alive at the end, but just really didn't do too much damage, because he went defensive Helm Black Legion first to stay alive, which standard Sandwraith play, but Sandwraith is a late game carry for a reason. He needs damage late. So let's look at damage in that fight. Yeah, Slither putting out the most just by pressing R, really. And Legion team a bit more split. Tempest and Ophelia not doing much damage at all, which is expected, but would really like to see Tempest get a good ultimate off if that wasn't. I'm not a fan of the puzzle box pickup. I understand it because they feel like they need damage, but at the same time, a good Tempest ult could win them a team fight. So if you look at the golden experience, obviously 2 sets of racks down for the Hellborn, but they're still in this game simply by the nature of Sandwraith if he picks up a mock before the next push. But as I said, the next push is already happening. They're still not waiting for a Hellbringer ultimate, but 45 seconds from now that will be up. And really, Legion looking to seal a deal with Mega Groups right here. Polylog ult staff goes down. Does a level 2 wards in, there's 11 of them because he has a staff, and that tower falls so fast. Tempest ultimate is still down as well. And looks like Tundra's gonna fall here. Where's the Legion? Where's the Hellborn team? Reason very split up. And they have no chance of defending this. Hellborn ult still down for another 40 seconds. There's a Slither ult, but not really doing much of it. Yep. And Slither and looks like Ophelia's gonna... Nope, Ophelia gets out, so just gonna take the Mega Creeps in the game. Mega Creeps essentially unstoppable, and I expect to see GGs very shortly. Reason probably having a discussion amongst themselves. Maybe a not quite so civil one. And there's the GGs. So I believe this is a best of one, so just really looked like an interesting lineup to cast dual pushing teams against each other. Tempest ultimate, yes, does catch 3 of them. His team doesn't look like they want to play though. Alright, so you see the pushing team of the Legion a little more put together. They coordinated pushes early on, and really turning point for me was when Hellborn took these 2 towers here in exchange for their mid, second tier and base tower. Really opened up their racks, and then the next push was deadly because they didn't have that tower with them. Looks like they're going to drag up this game a bit more, but with Mega Creeps, once they start hitting this, you see 53 damage, 750, spend a Mega Creep. More than double that for both, so really unstoppable. Reason, GG. Yeah, it's obviously an upset, but really shows you the power of a well put together pushing team. I really like their item pick up, Balfour with the Plate of Greaves, Soul's Bulwark, and a Abyssal Skull, as well as the Demonic Breastplate. If you can finish that, obviously incredibly strong. So, and then you need a Ring of Sorcery and Astrolabe, and then Polywog just can go Staff, which is great for him. Hellbringer and Barrier Idol, great pickup, especially against the very heavy magic damage team. I would have liked to see better counter pushers picked up by the Hellborn team. They really didn't have too much counter push except Slither and Tundra. Alright, so that's going to do it. Show that HP coming out at the end of the game. Hellborn way on top there. And let's take a look at some stats. Really, 6-1, 5-1, 5-1. Reason couldn't get much together. Also 6 deaths from the same rate is not what you'd like to see from him. Alright, so that's going to do it. Again, if you have any comments, critiques of my cast, please let me know. The audio should be a lot better on this one, so hopefully that won't be an issue. Thanks.